try to upload today itself. Okay, I'm going to teach you over. Fine. So
has been noticed.
yeah. Just I have started. Yeah. So okay, fine. So like it may be 1 day delay nowadays to upload. So whatever I'm going to teach you over here, maximum by tomorrow I will upload. If it gets converted within that time, I will try to upload today itself. Okay. So yesterday's video I have not uploaded till now because it was not converted. But now I think it would have been converted, and now I will upload. It takes some 3 or 4 hours or sometimes 5 hours also. Uh, you know. So earlier because it was the full subscription, now I have bought this subscription, this GoToMeeting subscription, and in this plan the cloud recording is not enabled. So when it was the cloud recording, it was very fast. But in this basic subscription which I have bought, in this cloud recording is not there. That's why it takes time when I locally record, and when it itself converts, but it takes time. That's why I get delayed to upload. So we have seen this thing. Just let me modularize the code little bit so it will be easy for us. So you can see that at selection screen output, this perform I'm doing means this subroutine I'm calling, and inside this subroutine I'm writing this code. Okay. So similarly, I'm going to put some more. I'm going to do some more modularization, so it will be little easy for us to understand. Here in the start of selection, this event is mainly to write the business logic. Okay, this event is mainly to write the business logic, or you can say that fetching and performing the fetching the data from the database, fetching the data from the database. That means select query. That means nothing but select query. Okay, select query with inner join for all entries or whatever, and perform the business logic. Okay, so business logic means if else, right? If you have to do the modification into the database, modify statement, update statements, so all kind of a statement you can perform under this start of selection. The name itself, it suggests, you can see that the name itself, it suggests a start of selection. Means you are going to start the selection, the data from the database, and after that you can perform the business logic. That's the meaning of start of a selection event. Okay, so this event gets triggered at that time. So this is the code, whatever we have written. This is at perfect place here. If we're going to write, it will work fine, there is no issue. Okay, just I'm going to copy it and perform, and under this fetch data and perform fetch data and do business logic. Okay, do business logic or do some logic, simple. Okay, based upon your requirement you can write the perform name. Just double click over here, click on this yes button. I'm selecting the main program itself, where it will create the automatic template for me. It has created, and I pasted the code simply over here. Check the syntax, go back. So this is one another perform I have created, right? So here at the end of selection you can display the data, right? So perform display data. Okay, double click over here. Just I will copy this one, all this code, Control X. This breakpoint is now not required. Okay, double click on this yes button, yes, and just I will paste it over here. That's it. I will enable this code so that I will see some output over here, right? And this extra the date code, the commented code is also known as the date code. Okay, so I'm just removing the date code. Pretty printer, check the syntax, activate. Okay, fine. But in actual scenario, when you will be having the date code, means when once your code is going to finally release into production system, right? And later some regression comes or some problem comes, then you again come into the development system and you try to develop the code based upon the new requirement. And suppose the earlier existing code is not more meaningful, right? Means that is useless. Then what you do, that you do the, for example, suppose I have done some code. For example, if some value, right, lv underscore test equals blank, and end if here and write some test. Okay, this particular code I realized in production this is not required and some new requirement came. So what you will do now, you will comment this one, you will not delete, the code. Once your final code will move into the production and you get some defect or you get some incident, or you would require to, you know before going into the production, first time you can do the manipulation or you can remove the date code, whatever you want you can do, there is no problem. But as a standard guideline, once your code moved into the production system and you realized that this code was creating the problem, so you are going to delete this code. And there are, you have to provide the comment, right? Begin of changes. Some people like this, write like this, begin of changes, and they will give minus minus minus. That means you are just going to removing this code. Or some people also write like begin, begin. It depends on how in project it has been defined, the comment. Okay, in what way you are going to define the comment. So you can also write begin of removing code. Okay, and here you can give the time 12 June, right, 2020, and you can give the ID. So here my ID is abap hana 03. So like that you are supposed to give the comment. Okay, so that you will be able to realize, right, that what code you have commented and what code you have not commented. Okay, so here this is the removing. So here also at last you can write end of removing, right, code, and the same whatever you have written over here, right? And suppose some defect number and all has come. Suppose defect number 1, suppose defect number 500, against defect number 500 you are doing these changes. So there will be always some defect number. Okay, some tool will be there, HP remedy management or any kind of remedy tool will be there. There you will get some defect number or incident number that you can give like this. Okay, you are not supposed to remove the code. Okay, so a defect, and you can give the hash over here. Where is the hash? Yeah, and you can give like this 500 defect 500. Okay, now later you realize that you have to write some another code to meet your requirement which has been raised in this incident, to correct the requirement and to write some new requirement, right? So you are going to write lv underscore test equals to, earlier you were comparing with what, you were comparing with blank, now you wanted to compare with some 400 value or something like that, anything. So now this is your new code, and now for this again you will give the tag. So this is known as tagging. So begin of inserting the code, and you can give this particular tag. Okay, so only the difference is what, here I'm inserting the code, right, and here I'm removing the code, but another tag should be same usually. Okay, so based upon means just a sense is here that you should be able to, you should be able to identify which code you have commented and which code you have not commented. Okay, so this is the sense for that, doing all these things, and here earlier you have given test, here suppose you are giving test successful, like that you have given. That's it. So the new code you have written inside this tag. So this is like you are supposed to do once your code moved into the production. After that, you are not supposed to delete this code. It is, it is not recommended generally. It again depends on the in your project what is going to be followed. Okay, in your project what is going to be followed, right? However, if you remove the code also, there will not be any problem. You will be able to track it in the, let me correct it first. Okay, some new statement here I've written and it is not defined, that's why. Okay, just remove it. Okay, so this I wanted to show you over here. So however, if you just by mistake, if you have removed the code also, you don't have to bother much and you don't have to get fear. You have the version management option. You can go to utility, right here. You can go to the version management, click on this version management. Okay, and here you will be given all the version of the code, right? Once your code will move into the production, right? So what actually it will look like, I will just give one idea over here for the fresher, it will be helpful. Here you will be having one version. This is the local, right, version. Here you will be having, similarly will be getting one more, line over here, and different transport request, because once your code will move into production, certainly you will require some transport request, right? It will not go simply. So against, here the local is written, similarly here your transport request number will be given, and here the version number will be given, version number will be given, version number will be given. So suppose 5 times your code has been moved into production from development. Okay, so 5 version will be created automatically. Okay, 5 version will be created automatically. If you want to create your local version explicitly, what you can do, you can go to the version and generate version. You can click, it will automatic, means it will generate the version for you locally. Okay, just I'm clicking on this generate version. Okay, and you can see a temporary version was generated with number 00001. Similarly, suppose now you have done some changes over here. Let's suppose this was the change I have done, some changes I have done. Just save it and let's try to generate the version for this version management, generate version. And again you can see that temporary version was generated with number 00002. Now you can come over here and you can compare the version. You can see that two version 1 and version 2 it is there, and if you want to compare this version so that you can identify what changes you have done, you will be able to by clicking on this compare button. And see, here you will be able to see what changes I have done. Click on the single or column parallel, it will be better to see. So here you can see the, in earlier version this code was commented and the new version just I have uncommented. This is the version 2. Here you can see version 2. Here you can see this is the version 2 and this is the version 1. So you don't have to bother. SAP take care of version management. But once your transport gets released from the development to quality, then automatically it will create. You don't have to create. But if you want to create your local version explicitly, because if you do something change and if you are going to remove, it will not create the version for that. Okay, it will not create the version for that. If you are going to activate also, it will not create the version for this automatically. Once your code will move from development to quality, then only it will automatically create. If you want to create locally version, then you will have to click on this utility, you will have to go to version and click on this generate version. So it will be a kind of backup. Okay, fine. Hope it's clear for you. It will help you when you will start working in the real environment. Check the syntax, activate it. Yeah.
Pankaj, one more.
Mhm.
Pankaj, how can retrieve the previous version management?
Yeah, so it's a simple version management. If you want to simply go to this utility version, and there will be option to see whichever version you want to retrieve. Suppose second number version I want to retrieve, because the first number again I have commented, right? So this is another version. Suppose if you want to retrieve the previous version, first version or second version, click on this, and here you will having the retrieve option. Just click on this retrieve. It will click on this. Okay, it will automatically create the version. You can see that automatically it got uncommented, because in previous version I had uncommented it. So like that you can retrieve the version.
By the time, whenever you retrieve the time, by the time it will generate TR also, no?
No, no, no. Yeah, it depends. Like, see, because I'm doing all the things locally over here, it is not asking for any TR, right? Every time it will not ask you a
Yes.
TR. One single TR means, if you are doing this development in a single TR, once you will click on the retrieve version, that TR is sufficient. In that TR itself, it will create the temporary version. Okay.
Already one of the question is asked for me in interview.
Mm-hmm.
In the production environment, your TR is came as dump.
Mm-hmm.
What we do on the time? They are asking question. But I said him,
Mm-hmm.
when our previous version I will activate in development system and retrieve same TR. I will generate another TR and release TR that one into production system.
No, 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 no. See, your question was, your interviewer asked to you, just give me a second. Your interviewer asked the question to you that if you have, let us suppose this is your development system, okay, and this is your quality system, and this is your production system. So we know as the general guideline, first the development system is used to do the development. Once once the unit testing and all is going to get performed, we are going to move the code into quality system. So now your code has come into some quality system, and let us suppose you have a TR, a transport request you have created, so that you can move the code. So the guys who does not know about the transport request, just I'm telling for them, the transport request is nothing but please mute from your side, Mithu, please. Yeah, so transport request is nothing but whatever code you are going to do over here. Okay, whatever code, suppose this report is there, and some code you have written, some code you have written, some code you have written. So whatever you have written the code, transport request is like a container, like a truck. What it will do, all the code whatever you have written, that you will attach with this transport request. There, this transport request number will be there, and its name will be, something like this. Its name will be something like, suppose that system was S4H, so it will start the system name first. The three letter will be for the system name. This is the system name, and then some digit will be there like this. Okay, so this is your TR. So under this TR you are going to pack all this code, and one button will be there. Just you have to click on that button, release. Okay, automatically this code will move from this development system to, this development system to quality system. This code will move, so you don't have to bother. SAP will take care of this. Just you have to click on the release button, and SAP will take care of this thing. And this TR will be also here same, right? This TR is also going to be same over here. Okay, here also. And from once your code will come into the quality system, your functional people is going to perform the testing, based upon his requirement. Once the testing and everything is finalized, that's successful, what it will happen that the TR will move from this place to this place. This is your production system, right? So this is your quality system and this is your production system. So this concept we already know. Now the Muthu is asking the question. Okay, so now your question is once your TR has come over here, it went into dump, right? Dump means unknown error, means unexpected error. So some error he found over here. Once your TR is here, you found the dump. So now what is your action? This is your question, right, Muthu?
Yes, Pankaj.
Okay, fine. So what you will have to do, you have to check what the dump is there. Okay, your action should be what is the dump. You will be able to see the dump in ST22. Okay, you can go over there and you can check, or else what you can do that you can go to /OAC09. This is a transport management. Okay, where you can, this is transport organizer. You can go and find out your TR. Suppose this is your TR, then you can put the cursor over here and click on this particular button, transport logs. Once you click on this transport logs, it will tell you that this transport, it will tell you the status of this transport, whether it is in, you know, whether it is in production or whether it is you know, for this particular transport request, it will tell you whether it is in quality now and sorry, whether it is in quality. Suppose this is your quality, okay, and now this is your production. This is your production. So it will tell you where your TR is there, and if some error is there here, suppose in production if you have some error, it will tell you the detail log, what is the problem. Okay, once you click on this button, it will tell you what is the status of this particular TR. You can go and check in your system here. This is not this is just demo system, it is not showing anything. But if some TR will go further, it will tell you all about information over there, and you will be able to then realize what is the problem. Again, you will have to correct that error, and you will have to, you know, you have to correct the error. See, it's generally such thing happens if your some object is there in quality only, and some dependent object has you have moved in this particular TR, right? So, let us suppose here we are having two TR. Okay, let's suppose here we are having the two TR. This is one TR, right? You can see this is the one TR. This is the first TR we are having, and this is the second TR we are having, right? 749. And this 7490 is my first TR. So in 749 TR, what we have that some dependent object is there, right? In this 749 TR, we have some object which is dependent on 790 TR. And if you first move this 749 into quality, okay, then what will happen? It will give the dump in quality also, because the dependent object here you have the basic object, the dependent object. First you have to move this one, then you will have to move this one, then only it will work. Otherwise it will go into the dump. So there can be many scenario, but this is one of the scenario, right? uh, so generally some object is not found there in the production or quality, that's why it will go into the dump. Okay, any other question related with this?
No, Pankaj. Already, I faced one problem. Same thing.
Yeah, so this is the generally what we take the approach. So this should be your answer as per my understanding. Okay, fine. So let's go ahead and come over here and we have seen how we have to do the commenting, how to do the comment, how to move the code into, like once it goes into the production, again how we can correct and we can move it. Moving forward, today we will do some designing in the selection screen. Okay, here you can see that press F8, just go back, and here let me remove this breakpoint. Okay, so it will not stop every time. This write statement is also not required. Remove this one, validation, activate it, or I will just keep it. This one I will copy this one, this particular program 23, and I will copy, click on this, go local object, go to uh, go into change mode, go to attributes, and here we will change the description. So selection screen designing, we will mainly focus on this selection screen designing. Okay, and if you have any question related with yesterday class or yesterday assignment after this session, feel free to ask, because yesterday class was important. Okay, fine. So this we were able to do it based on the material type, based on the creation date. Now suppose if you want to put in a nice box, okay, so what you can do that, here you can write selection screen. What is this? This is a selection screen, right? So you can write selection screen begin of block. You can give that it's a block. You can give the name of the block b1, and with frame title you can give the frame title also. So generally text -001 or whatever you want you can give over here. Okay, and then you can write it over here end of uh, again you can write selection screen end of block b1. Now frame title is not required. Okay, so it will be now will come in a block name b does not match with the block name b1. The same name should be there, b1. Okay, check the syntax now. It is fine. Activate it, press F8, and you can see one block is coming. If you want to put everything in a block, the radio button also what we have given here, right? Just cut it over here and I will paste inside this block. Okay, so like that we can put into the block, right? You can see now. Suppose if you want to give some, uh, let me do one thing. I will remove this breakpoint. Okay, press F8 now, and you can see that it's working. And if you want to give some space in between two line, what you can do that simply selection screen, this is fine. Here after this parameter you can write selection screen skip, means you were telling to the system skip on the selection screen. You must have to give the selection screen. Okay, activate it and press F8. You can see that in between these two you got a space. Similarly you can give the a space if you want. For this also just copy this one, and after this group, after the second radio button also you can provide the, so like that you can do. Press F8 and you can see the space is there, and here you can see please provide the valid material type. Right here it is coming, please provide the valid material type. Why it is coming? Because this text 01, it's already written that particular uh, text, that's why it is giving. So let's give this some good name to, let us see if it is there or not. It is not there, so fine, we will write it over here. Select the selection criteria, select the selection criteria, criteria. Take, click on the save button click on this activate it, just go back, press F, click on this activate button once again, press F8, and you can see select the selection criteria, right? So like that you can select the selection criteria. Now sometimes people tell that this button should be at right last, okay, or suppose some multiple this based on this creation date you want to put in the same line, okay. So how to do that one? What you will have to do, you have to write over here begin, begin both the radio button you want to put into the you know same line. So you'll have to write selection screen, selection screen begin of line, begin of line you want to put in a single line. So it's a simple selection screen begin of line, and for this radio button similarly selection screen end of line. That's it, this much only you'll have to do. Selection screen begin end of line, end of a line. Check the syntax now. Okay, there is a okay, fine. So this is meaningless now. If you want to put in a single line, so this escape is meaningless. That's what it is telling, right? Check the syntax now. Activate it, press F8. Okay, so both the radio button is coming like this. The text is not coming, right? To how to get that particular text, right? The text is not coming. You can see that this text is not coming. So for that, what you will have to do, you will have to what we have written over here, selection screen begin of line and selection screen end of a line, right? So first I will show you, let me remove this one and I will show you how you can press F8. And first I will show you how this radio button you can put to right of this text. Then we will see how we can align the text also in the same line. Okay, so for that you have a syntax called comment. Okay, means you want to give the comment. Okay, so let me show you that. Press selection screen begin of line we have written. Okay, press F1. Here you will get the syntax. Selection screen ABAP statement. Double click over here and selection screen begin of screen we have to check the begin of line. Okay, because with the help of begin of line only that can be achieved. I'm just trying to look into the begin screen. That's fine. Selection screen as a sub screen. Escape uline. Okay, here you can see that if you want to give a line also, on the selection screen, this uline you can give. I was talking about this one, comment. Okay, this comment. So this one is very important. You can try all this. I'm just going to take some of this. Okay, some of this I'm going to take. So escape I have just shown you. Uline also you can try yourself. It will draw a line on the selection screen. This comment one is again going to be important. Double click over here. Okay, and just copy from here. Here, just copy from here. I will show you how it's going to work. So whenever I require, I get like this only because it's not possible to remember all the syntax. Go to AC38 and I will create one more program, and here separately I will show you that how it works. So it was for the comment. Suppose if you want to display some text on selection screen. Okay, so here in this program just paste it over here, whatever the program they have written, just paste it. I will explain over here. You can see this modify id, we know, just we are going to give this modification id to identify this comment. Okay, This is a new line. This is from 1 to 50, means at position 1 it will start, and it will, the length of this comment will be, you know, will be of 50 lines. Okay, that's the meaning. So it will start from the first position, and length of this comment will be of 50 characters long, and modified we know just to identify this comment one, or just to identify this screen element, this modified we use, right, just to group for purpose. So under the group one this will come. Here it is not required. Here they are doing some modification and all, for that purpose they are doing. I'm just going to comment in my scenario, this is not required. I just want to show you how this comment is going to work. Okay, so selection screen comment, you have to give this u line. Okay, here u line also they have given, skip also they have given, so here you will be able to see. And similarly the second comment means second text they are going to give, right? Selection screen comment second text. So both the comment will come, both the text will come on the selection screen, right? This radio button and all I don't want over here. Comment this one, just remove this. Okay, and this, what is the value of this text that you will have to put under this comment one or comment two. It is not necessary to use this add selection screen output. What you can do, that you can also use the initialization over here. Okay, initialization will also work, both will work over here. Either you can use the add selection screen output, or you can use the initialization over here, both will work fine. Press F8. Okay, and you can see that there is nothing coming, right? Selection screen comment, selection screen. Why nothing is coming? Because there was a radio button for which, you know, we have given this comment, right? So that at least some parameter we have to keep it, and that's why, you know. So selection screen comment for p underscore test, maybe we can write, and this parameter we can define parameters p underscore test type I. So like that we can define. Check the syntax now, some error is there. For field actually we'll have to give for field. Check the syntax now. Now it's fine. So some parameter should be there, and what actually I'm trying to do, that for this particular field, okay, because simply comment, there is no meaning of comment simply, right? Some screen element should be there. So this screen element I'm going to define, and this screen element is nothing but this is my parameter. Okay, so this parameter will be there on my selection screen, and for this selection screen I'm going to give this comment. And what is the value of this comment? This comment is selection screen, or maybe I will write some suitable value over here, the parameter or test parameter, right? Test parameter. So test parameter, and the comment 2, it is just another test. I will write another test. Hope it's clear. Just I'm going to remove this one, activate this one, activate, press F8, and you can see here that for the p underscore test, right, this p underscore test, you can see it is coming, and for this p underscore test, this another test is coming, and this is the test parameter. So if you want to display some test, then you can display like this. Okay, you can display like this. So here this comment one for this particular field is appearing over there, right? And this p underscore test type I is there. So this is how you can do. Let me format it little bit. Check the syntax once again, activate this one, press F8. So test parameter, right? This is the test parameter. This is coming. This is the comment one, right? Press F8, and the U line is coming. Which U line? This U line is coming, right? After that, the escape is coming. So after this U line, one escape is there. Then we have the parameter, right? Parameter p underscore test type I, and that is getting displayed over here, you can see, and the another test, it is coming over here, another test, this comment too. If you want to put in a same line, what you can do that selection screen, begin of line, and selection screen, end of line. You can put like this, petty printer. So parameter p underscore test, comment. Here you'll have to give what you can do that this for field you can remove, and from here you can paste it over here, and this comment to here I'm going to give another parameter. So this comment to is the another parameter, and this parameter I'm going to write in a single line. So here you'll have to give the for field, for which field you want to display this for p underscore test. Pretty printer, check the syntax. Some error is there. What is the error? Selection screen, comment, uline, skip, begin of line, end of line. Okay, selection screen comment with new line is not allowed. Okay, that is true. That is fine. Check the syntax now. It is fine. So there is no sense of new line, because in a single line we are going to display everything. So there is no sense of new line. That's what it was telling. Activate it, press F8, and you can see that now how it is coming nicely, right? Another parameter here, it's coming another parameter, and then this is coming this parameter over here, correct? And just let's observe before going to give it at a second place over here. Control V, activate it, activate. Some error is there, 1000 report. Check the syntax. Let me check. There is no error, but here why the error is coming? Error when genetic selection screen 1000 report. This syntax it is not supporting. I think we'll have to keep at first only. So wherever the position you are going to keep, at that position it is going to have. Okay, that position it is going to have, right? So you can see similarly if you want to put the radio button. Okay, so instead of this parameter type I, what you can do, just comment it, Control D. So go here, type char1, right? And radio button, type char1, radio button group, give some gr1 like that. Okay, so now the radio button will come at right. Okay, check some syntax. Some error is there, radio button. Okay, some two radio buttons certainly it will require, because there is no sense of a single radio button, right? So similarly what I will do that I will create one more radio button, Control V, and come over here, p underscore test 1, or I will write radio button rb1, and here I will add the rb2, radio button 2. Okay, char1 radio button group gr1, that's fine. Check the syntax now. Comment 2 is already defined. Okay, then I will give this comment 1 over here. So give the comment 1 over here, and comment 2 over here I will give. This comment 1 I will remove, not required now. Or if you want to put this comment 1 also, then for this put it comment 1, this is a comment 2, and this is comment 3. So for the comment 1 I will write over here, you know, uh, demo for comment in one line. Okay, so if you want to display something in one line, you can display. Comment 2 is the radio button, radio button 1. Okay, and here the comment 3 equals to radio button. Just copy it and paste it. Sorry, copy this one and paste it over here, and this is your radio button too. That's it. This much only you'll have to do. Lot of many things you can do. Okay, some error is there, comment to it is there, p underscore test comment for field unknown. Okay, where it is unknown, comment 3, comment, this is fine. Let me check for p underscore test. Okay, for rb1, right, this is the parameter rb1, correct? So I'm supposed to give rb1 over here, and this is the parameter rb2. So for field rb2 we are supposed to give, correct? And this is fine. Now check the syntax. Now activate it, activate, press f8, and you can see demo for comment in one line, right? So radio button it is there, and this is the radio button is coming at right. So this is how, if you want to put radio button at right, you can do the radio button at right. This is the way you will have to do. Just go back. If you want to decrease some length in between, so 30 you can give here, and here also, maybe suppose if you want to decrease some length, or here I can increase the length because I want to put in little middle, give the 10, right? So here also you can give the 10. And now between the comment and the radio button, the 10 space will be there, and you can see that space got reduced. It counts the space between from the beginning. So from beginning 10 space will be there, from beginning 10 space. If you want to give more space, you can give the 20 over here, or 15, you can give little more space. I'm just going to give little more space. So this space is nothing but from beginning. Okay, this space is nothing but from beginning. Okay, so you can see like this it is coming. So the same code you can write in our actual example also, which we have written over here. If you want, you can put it in the same way. Okay, so hope you understood the concept. Let's not go and this I will just copy in the program, and you can refer this one. But so many things you can refer from F1 help. Just use try to be efficient in using the F1 help. There you will get ready-made example. Just you have to copy and paste, and you will have to practice. You can understand so many things here. Just I'm teaching you some limited things, frequently used things, but there try to learn. Once you have your basic strong, try to press F1 and try to learn from here, right? You will get so many things, you will learn so many things, different things, new things, right? There are so many things. I don't know even all this. I know very less which is going to used frequently. I also use whenever I require by pressing F1. Okay, or just I do the Google. So we have to understand the basic concept, so that we will be able to Google it. We will be able to uh, do the F1, and we'll be able to understand the concept, right? So these are some important things which was there from the selection screen point of view. If you want to do some if you want to create some block, if you want to give some text, you want to create some frame like this, you can do like this. Okay, now we will see the interactive report. Okay, we will see the interactive report. But before interactive report, I will show you some more two events. We have already seen the initialization, right? So let me tell you the sequence over here. I will copy this and I will paste it over here. Okay, just a second. Okay, this was yesterday assignment. Let me close this one. This is important. This I will just copy and paste once again in this. Okay, fine. So now what I'm trying to tell you over here, just let me close. I don't require now. That what is the first event? Can you tell me, everyone? Load up program, right? load of program. Just remember this one, very important interview question. They will ask you what are the events in the program and what is their sequence. So you will have to tell load of program is the first event which gets triggered. Okay, then they will ask you uh, after this load of program, what is the next event? You'll have to tell initialization event. Okay, so just write it, initialization. Then again, what you will have, they will simply ask what is the, you know, event, what are all the events and what is their sequence. So you have to tell this is the first event, this is the second event, this is the third event, and then in this event at selection screen you will have to tell this is the at selection screen event. Then you have the another event, right? The another event is another event, this is one more event, this is one more event, right? So let me first write this one. Okay, and then we can have some another event. Okay, so at selection screen, so in this at selection screen you have various flavor. At selection is screen on value request, for that also I will show you. Okay, so but you don't have to tell that much, you know, this whatever I'm writing over here, if we're going to tell, you know, this should be sufficient. At selection screen, after at selection screen, at selection screen output is going to get triggered. Okay, at selection screen output is going to get triggered. Then a start of selection, a start of selection event. Then you have end of selection, right? This is the event you are having. Again you have this top of page, this is, there is no sequence for this top of page and end of page. Okay, but sometimes people will ask you when the top of page event gets triggered. This is again one important interview question. Top of page event when gets triggered, top of page. So you'll have to tell when the first write statement, when the first write statement encountered by the program, okay, encountered by the program, then this is going to be, you know, when the first write statement, very very important, first write statement is going to get encountered by the program, then this particular event, which event, top of page event, is going to get triggered. Okay, so this is I wanted to share with you. Okay, fine. So this is the fourth, this is the fifth, and this is the sixth. And here there is no sequence generally for this top of page. When the first write statement is going to get called, then this top of page event is going to be triggered. Okay. Now here some important thing is that, you know, once your at selection screen, suppose if we're going to press enter, okay, suppose if we're going to press enter, then what will happen, that your at selection screen output is going to get triggered, right? So this at selection screen output, whenever you are you know uh, sorry, here I have done some mistake. After this initialization, this at selection screen output should be first over here. Let me remove it. At selection screen output should be here. After initialization, this should be at selection screen output. Okay, fine. And this is at selection screen. So what will happen that when you are going to press F8, when you are going to run any program, first load of program is going to get triggered, then initialization, is going to get triggered, and then at selection screen output, because just after initialization system will first look for any parameter or radio button kind of stuff or select option kind of stuff is there, and if it is there it will trigger the at selection screen output because it has to show the screen. So whenever a screen is going to get displayed, whenever selection screen is going to get displayed, this at selection screen output event must trigger. Okay, whenever, anytime, whenever the selection screen is going to get display, this event is going to get triggered at selection screen output. So the name itself suggests that when selection screen is going to come as a output, okay, this event is going to get triggered. So as a output, you will get, you will get selection screen, right? So before selection screen, this at selection screen output event gets triggered, and when you press enter over here on the selection screen, what will happen when you uh, press enter? Okay, when you press enter, what will happen that the this particular event, okay, this particular event at selection screen will trigger, right? And again after this at selection screen, the control will flow to this at selection screen output, because once the validation is going to get complete, it has to display the selection screen, again it will come to the selection screen, right? So again this at selection screen output event is going to get triggered. Okay, similarly, suppose if you are going to press F8, not enter. Here, this is the scenario when you are going to press enter. Okay, you are going to press enter. Similarly, if you are going to press F8, okay, and you have some logic written over there, right? So this is the case when you are going to press enter. Once you come to the selection screen and if you are going to press F8 over here, what will happen? The system will start execution from, you know, it will take care of all the event. It will come to the initialization. Now this will not go to the load of program. It will again come to this initialization, right? This will, after this initialization, you know, again the flow will come on this initialization, again the flow will come directly at this, you know, uh, just a second, after initialization the flow will come to this at selection screen. Okay, then from the at selection screen the flow will come to the start of selection. You can see it is skipping the at selection screen output, right? So when you are pressing the F8, this is happening. So this is in case of F8. Okay, so just I'm going to mark it over here when you are pressing the enter. Okay, when you are pressing the enter, this is the scenario when you are pressing the enter. Okay, this is the scenario, this arrow is there when you are pressing the enter, and again it will come into the enter. Okay, this is for enter scenario, enter, enter, enter. This is for enter. When you are going to press the F8, so what I will do that I will take some different color and I will show with that. Okay, so when you are going to press F8, it will again come to this. I'm taking the red color. Okay, I'm taking this red color for the F8 at selection screen. It will come, and sorry. When we are going to press F8, it will come to this initialization, right? And from initialization, it will come to this initialization, and from the initialization it will come to this at selection screen, right? It will come to this at selection screen. Okay, and from at selection screen it's going to come where? From at selection screen it is going to come, I don't know how to use this paint, that's why I'm facing the problem. Okay, so at selection screen it is going to a start of selection, and from a start of selection it will go to the end of selection. Okay, it will go where? It will go to end of selection. This is the case when you are pressing the F8. Okay, okay, and again once your end of selection is going to complete, what will happen? Again it will go to the right, it will go to the next screen, right? If you are going to the next screen, then it will not trigger on this at selection screen output. This event is going to get triggered, this particular event is going to get triggered only when the selection screen is going to come into the output. But suppose if we are going to get the output screen, right, in that case this screen will not get triggered and I will get the output. And suppose if you have some write statement you have written on this end of selection, then once the first write statement is going to get encountered, right, then what will happen, that it will trigger this particular top of page. Okay, it will particularly trigger this top of page. And once the line count, suppose on one page you have given that to write the 10 line. Okay, you have given that one page, please write only 10 line. So after completing the 10 line, the end of page event will get triggered. Okay, after completing, suppose if you have given the line size as a 10, line size you have given here, I will write. So if line size is 10, that means it will print the 10 records over there, and then the end of page event will get triggered. Event will get trigger. Okay, so this is some information I've just shared with you. Okay, you can do a lot of experiment in this report. There are so many things to do in form of experiment. Okay, you can do so many experiment, try to do some experiment yourself. Fine, so let's go ahead and we will see in the action how it's going to do, right? End of selection. And right now I'm just once again I'll also write the top of page, and here in the top of page write some write something like, for example, this is top of page, right? Top of page. So when this event will get triggered, this event is going to get triggered when at end of selection, right? A start of selection. After this start of selection, you are going to display the data. When you are going to display the data, you are writing this first write statement, right? This write statement material is there. But if you realize, before this write statement you have a u line. U line is nothing but a combination of write only, correct? Write v line. Okay, so as soon as it will encounter u line, at that time itself it should go. Let us see whether it goes at this u line or at this right. I believe it should go at this u line, because this u line is nothing but a write statement only. Okay, come over here and put the breakpoint over here, and I will show that uh, you know once again I will show the flow. Load of program. Okay, so load of program, check the syntax. Load of program, put the breakpoint so that you will realize how the sequence is there. Then here also I will hard code the breakpoint, control C, full stop, and then at selection screen, right, control V, full stop, at selection screen output, right, control V. This we have already seen, right? The start of selection, control V, full stop, the end of selection, control V, full stop, then top of page, control V, full stop, right? And here uh, just before right I will give the breakpoint. Okay, just before the right I'm going to give the breakpoint. Okay, here I will give the breakpoint. However, I have given this breakpoint also. Both the breakpoint is fine. Okay, we can use any one of this, but everyone is having its own advantage, and based upon the scenario we can use the different breakpoint, right? We will also see how many types. You can see another breakpoint. We are also have external breakpoint. This is the session breakpoint. Okay, so generally I'm using over here the session breakpoint. Okay, or hard, I'm just hard coding it. Press F8 now, and you can see when I press the F8, the load of program event got triggered. Okay, again I'm pressing F8. Okay, after F8 the initialization is getting triggered. Again I'm pressing F8, and before displaying the screen, means selection screen, you can see the break point, this at selection screen output event got triggered. Press again I pressed F8 and it has come over here, right? Again I'm going to, here I'm just going to give some value, and I will press F8. Okay, I will press F8, or let me show you, I'm going to press enter. Okay, as soon as I press enter, the at selection screen output got triggered. That's what I have written over here. If you just see over here the sequence, if you press enter, okay, enter is showing the black one, enter is showing the black one. Okay, so at selection screen, again it will get to at selection screen output, and then it will come to selection screen. Okay, now press F8, and you can see that at selection screen output it has come over here, right? First it has come over here, then it has come over here, then again press F8 and you can see it has come over here, right? So if you again press F8, the same sequence it will follow. Okay, every time it will follow the same sequence. Again I'm going to press F8, and you can see that when I pressed F8, at selection screen event got triggered, right? And again I'm going to press F8. This, it didn't trigger this one at selection screen output. Okay, now uh you know uh again, once again you press F8, and you can see after a start of selection, this end of selection is going to get triggered. Again you press F8, you can see the breakpoint is there over here, and just observe over here, uline is there, it is nothing but a write statement. Okay, and once uline got triggered, you can see here top of page got triggered. I have just pressed F5. Okay, so uline, I means what we were thinking, that was correct. Uline is nothing but the write statement only, which writes the horizontal line, and here you can see that top of page is coming, right? So it will just, and again it will come back. Okay, and it will just display what is the line size. Line size is 90, 95. So actually if I would have given line count over here, so it will be printing the 10, you know, it will be taking the 10 space on the output screen, and after that it will trigger the end of selection. That I will show you, but as of now just get it clear over here. Okay, just I'm pressing F8, and you can see the top of page, material type, all these things is coming nicely, right? Everything is coming perfectly. Just go back, and what I was trying to tell you, that so this sequence you understood. uh, I will keep this program. If you want to try yourself, just you can try yourself. I will paste this program on I will paste this program in the Google Drive. If you want, you can try, or you can write your program and do some experiment. It will, just a second. Okay, 24 already I've created, no problem. Activate it, just 23, 23, and go on 25. Copy local object, go into change mode. Okay, and now I'm going to remove all the breakpoint. Okay, in one go. At so many places I have given the breakpoint, hard-coded breakpoint. I don't want to get it over there. So breakpoint, just what I did over here, I pressed Control H. You press Control H. Okay, Control H, as we do in the text pad, notepad. Okay, Control V, the which I want to remove. Okay, here you have some nice option. I'm just going to click replace all. So now all the 8 places breakpoint is now gone. Activate, and this is perfectly fine. Press F8 over here and give some value, and you can see that now it's coming. Now what actually I wanted to show you, that here this is the line size. You have also one option called line count. Okay, so line count, I want to take on the line count tells you on single page how much data you want to keep. Okay, in single page how much data you want to keep. Currently if you see over here, okay, uh, give some value. Okay, press F8. Currently you can see that here by default system is here, the page is there, previous page, next page, and here you can see the last page, like that. If you click on this, it will take you to the last page. If you again go to the first page, you can click on this. So first page, upper page, next page, and the last page is there. I want to go to the next page, right? So here 57 till 57 it is showing. Just click on this next page, and after 57 what it is, 70 is there. So it is just showing from the uh, you know it is just showing from the uh, once again I will show you from 199. Just click on this button, and after 57 the 70 it is showing, and after this this element again it is showing some another. So like that by default it is taking. So how much line it is taking actually? 1 2 3. So between 67 and 68 actually 3 line. This is one for 67, and one is for this U line, and another is for this 68. Okay, so like that you can count it. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Okay, you can go. It seems like 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 23. So it is around 30 line is there. Okay, if you want to give for one page, if you want to give let us suppose if you want to give only 25 lines. Okay, you want to print only 25 row on the single page. So what you can do here, line count you can give, and you can give the 25 over here, and out of this 25 you can reserve some space for footer also. It depends on you. So some 5 line you want to reserve the space for footer out of this 25. Okay, total will be 25. Out of 25, 5 will 5 will be there for the footer. So come over here, FEIT, and press F8, and you can see here now this the first page is having only 25 line. Correct? Right? First page is having only 25 line, and this 5 line is reserved for the footer. Okay, so if you count from here 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, it will be there 25. Okay, so like that it works. So after each 25 line, after each, you can see that 25 total is there. Out of 5, out of 25, 5 is reserved for the footer. So after 20 line count, it will trigger the end of page. Okay, if we're going to write over here the end of page, then it will trigger. Just I will show you quickly, and we will stop over here. Okay, breakpoint, just press F8, and just press F8. Simply just press F8 and press F8 once again. You can see that this end of page, this breakpoint is showing. How you will realize that after 10, it is just showing. So you can see here the site abx is 7, means you have how many total records in this selection, in this internal table. You have 526, but on the site abx 7, means when the control has come to this 7, right? So when it was going to print the 8th record, system has realized already it has printed the 7 record, right? And this 7 record total till second 7 record, it has consumed the, 20 lines. Okay, to print this 7 record, it has consumed the 20 lines because some extra space is there, some top of page is also there, right? Some another comment also there. So in total it has consumed the 20 lines. Okay, so now in the remaining 5 lines, it will just print your this end of page, whatever you want to write as a footer. Under the end of page, you can write the footer over here. Okay, so you can see many times it is coming at break point. You can just observe over here when I'm pressing F8, you see 35 45 it has become, right? Now 54, 64, right? Like that it is coming. 73, 83, 92, 102, right? So I'm just pressing F8 and every time it is going and stopping. So on each page, because for each page it should be triggered, right? End of page will be there for each page. Similarly, this top of page will be also there, for each page. This top of page is going to be there for each page. Okay, so now what I want to come out. Okay, I want to come out, but this is my hard break point, and it's taking time. So if you want to come out, what you can do, debugger, you can go to exit and close application. Exit and close application, it will come out. Okay, /n AC38, come over here, and this is how the end of page is there. Just you can write it over here, one write statement, write and end of page. That's it. I just want to show you that whatever you will write over here at the footer, it will get printed. Okay, and with this we will stop the today's session. If you have any doubt, again every time it is going to just going to get trigger, writing, it's writing every time. Okay, writing every time. Just I'm pressing F8 because I have to get the output. And here you can see the everywhere end of page is coming. You can see on each page top of page is also coming, right? So if you want to give some header also, see here we have material type, industry sector, and material group. You want for each page this header, you can put this particular right under this top of page, right? What you can do, remove this breakpoint, it is disturbing. Okay, so here you can see the breakpoint is disturbing. So here session breakpoint is fine. It's better to use the session breakpoint over here. Okay, pretty printer. And now for the end of page, okay, for top of page, what I want the header. So what I will do that, I will copy this write statement from here. Okay, this complete write statement, I will just control X and I will paste it over here. Okay, control V, remove this right now. Okay, activate it, activate, press F8 and press F8. Now remove, press F8, and you can see that material type it's coming, right? Material type it's coming. If you want, you can just think how you can format, right? This formatting is got disturbed little bit, so just to try to format yourself. It's easy to format. Just you have to think like just you have to think after first write statement this header is going to display, right? You have to give some space after that. In first it is fine, but on the second and all, how you can give the space, just think yourself. Do this as an assignment. Okay, and share in the group whatever we have in the group. And if you have any doubt, tomorrow we'll try to format it together. Okay, now we don't have time, let's stop it over here. And if you have any question, feel free to ask. Okay, any question if you have related to this event. No question, fine. So there is a no question, so let's stop our class and I will just give the assignment. Come over here in the assignment section, and if someone is willing to take like mm, the server access, okay, So actually for ABAP on HANA, whoever is joining the HANA classes for that, we have, I know the two person, okay. So one person is like support SAP clueouts.com over here. You can see that support. Uh, uh, you can search over here SAP clueouts.com, and if you want, and you can directly chat with them over here. One pop-up will come to chat. He will tell you 1500 for 1 month for ABAP on HANA server. Okay. So what you will have to do, I have already talked with this guy, and I told that I have some students and I'm a trainer, so I will be in your regular touch by providing the students. So he got agreed in giving 1100, okay, in 1100 per month. But if you will directly try to talk with them, he will ask for 1500, and his server is quite good. It's okay, means no server is perfect nowadays. The like the very good server comes around 3000 per month, like that. But this server, what I realized, that his server is good, or the currently one which I am using, this is also good. This is a ABAP on HANA server. But here what I feel the problem, you know some feature for the information model, when we are going to create the information model, there we will not they are not having the good configuration or authorization, some problem we will face. But information model is not very important from from HANA point of view, but still I cover that concept. Up to 2015 it was people were using SAP was promoting this information model, but later come the serious view and all, so they started focusing more on the CDS, AMDP. So both CDS and AMDP, it works fine over there in this server, the current server, and this server is also good. What I have realized, this server, this is the Hyderabad server, and this SAP Clueouts, I don't know from where it is exactly, okay, but this is the Hyderabad based server, and this I feel it's okay, it's good. It's a smooth, it's a, from performance point and all also, and his support is also okay, but related with information model and stuff, it does not work. Okay, that is the only problem, otherwise it is good. And here they will charge you 1000. If you just go and give my reference, I will share you the number. So 1000 they will charge, and this server I feel sometimes better than this SAP Clueouts. Okay, but in SAP Clueouts, all this information model and everything works fine, right? So both is okay, both is good. So only this is the thing, that some of the feature, like in this, if you are going to talk with them, they might be able to correct also that particular feature. But since I don't have time to have followed with them, follow up with them, so this is the problem. So I'm not able to follow up with him, and that's why he's not able to correct, and he takes time also to correct the, if a small issue is there, then he will just correct it. But if some issue like authorization or some, so that information model related stuff only, just you can understand that you will not be able to do over here properly. But other thing is fine in this server, other the important thing and all, it's okay. So this you can avail, both option is there. Okay, and you don't have to do anything, whatever you just have to do the payment directly for this SAP support client. If you want to get the server, you just do the payment for him 515 rupees per month, as per my agreement with him. Okay, and keep me in CC and tell that with reference to Pankaj, and don't tell that like I require a server access and all this. You just tell that please provide the server access. Uh, I'm with reference to Pankaj Kumar, okay, and give my email ID, and then tell that you have paid for 1 month or 2 month at the rate of 515 rupees for the normal ABAP server I'm talking about. And for ABAP on HANA server, pay 1100, give, put me in CC, and then just send an email by doing the payment. They will take some time. These people take some time because they are having high demand. You can see that they are keep on advertising their stuff, so they are having the high demand, and they may take some 1 day or 2 day time, but they will be able to provide. So this is the scenario it now. Or if you know someone else who is having good server access, they are going to provide all the feature in reasonable rate, and service and all is fine, then you can go for them, to them also. It's perfectly fine. If you're going to get some good server access from somewhere else, or if some of your friends is having such connection, so you can get from there. So this is all about the server access. Okay, my email id, you know already, just I will share with you. So you have to put, so you have to directly do the payment, and you don't have to ask that I want server access and all these things. You do the payment. If you ask, they will tell you that 750 rupees. Okay, they will tell you 750 rupees for normal server, for normal ABAP. But if you don't ask, simply you put 500 at the rate of per month, and put my email id in cc, and give the a reference trainer. That's it, and they will provide you. And if they will tell something, I will be there to ask them. Okay, because I have the agreement with these people. They are going to provide this, only this 515 rupees. So this server is good in 515 rupees. I have, that 1100 rupees one also is good server, but they provide all the features. Sometimes they will be down, and uh, so I would recommend to get this, this one 1100 from the support at the rate of sapclueouts.com. That is good server. Okay, sometimes you will face the problem, but overall it's good. Fine, let's go to the assignment. And here we have the report assignment. So today what we have learned, based upon that, we are going to do the assignment. Okay, so activity 1, the flow of the event. Okay, so in activity 1, what you will have to do, I have created the hard coded breakpoint. You can use the session breakpoint also. It all depends on you how you want to use, right? So you write a program, where you can use all the events. Okay, then what you have to do, then observe the flow of the event with, first, when when you are pressing F8 button. Okay, when you are pressing F8 button, you have to observe the flow. Once you press the F8 button, first time you will get the selection screen, right? So on selection screen, press enter and observe the flow. On selection screen, press enter and observe the flow. Okay, then in third point, on selection screen, press F8 and observe the flow. After observing the flow, with flow observation, okay, note down in a paper or in Word document or in MS Paint. Prepare a nice flow, note down in a paper, or draw a nice flow, draw a beautiful flow by observing. Okay, in flow in MS Paint or any whatever you feel good. Okay, and or any other it can be. Okay, PPT or whatever, or if you have some another tool, and share in the group. Okay, another assignment is you have to design a selection screen. Okay, design selection screen. So this activity one, just you have to design, you don't have to do anything. Okay, uh, take some, take four parameters and two select options on the selection screen. It can be any parameter. Okay, four parameters. So I'm just going to write like this: two parameters and two select options, and two radio buttons on the selection screen. Okay, put all this in a block with frame title, means with title. Okay, so we'll have to use the frame title. Okay, with title, some give the meaningful name, demo assignment, something like that. Okay, for each radio button, display, in beginning how to, normal radio button we already know. So now for each radio button, display the radio button description in beginning. Okay, not in last. By default it will display in last. Okay, but in beginning you want to display and you want to put the radio button in at last. So for each radio button, display the radio button description in beginning and radio button symbol at last. You will have to do this one. So this much only you'll have to do, very simple assignment, and this you will have to do. But this flow of events is going to be very important from your interview point of view. Okay, very important. It's going to be also observe the top of page event trigger point. Okay, so when it will go to the right statement, then it will trigger that one. So just you observe that one and try to represent in a nice graphical format. I have tried over here, so just you try in your nice, I want to see your MS Paint skill, how nice you have this skill, and share in a group. And maybe we can, once you will share in the group, that if that graphics looks very good, what we can do, we can share in another group. We have some Facebook group, we have some another WhatsApp group, so it should be intuitive. Means if we're going to prepare your, this diagram, this is not very good diagram, this is not very good diagram. Just I wanted to make you understand, but here, I tried with my level best. I want to see your skill, and if it will be good, what we will do, we will circulate in some Facebook page and everywhere, so that people will understand how the flow of the event is generally in the report. Okay, fine. Then with this, just take the screenshot, because it will take time to upload this. This Excel I can upload soon, there is no problem, but you just take the screenshot of this also. Sometimes I forget to uh, upload, so just take this screenshot as of now. And let's meet tomorrow. Okay, so this is, you can just take the screenshot. Okay,
Pankaj, give me 2 minutes. I have some questions.
yeah, sure. Yeah, please go ahead. Just let me do one thing. I'm going to stop the recording.